Boy, you know you make me float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Welcome back to another episode of Queen's Opinion Podcast.
I am Queen Jasmine,
And I am Queen Kira.
and you're tuning into
Queen's Opinion Podcast. So today we're going to talk about how social media basically has had an effect on everyday life and just really how everybody's just on social media and how they just depend on social media really for everything, whatever
You
it
wake
is.
up to social media, you go to sleep to social media.
Yeah, and as y'all can see, we damn near sleep because it's the blanket time.
Yes, we really should be having bonnet talk. 'Cause
Exactly.
I feel like put my bonnet on and talk about this.
Right. You better hope we don't fall asleep on y'all ass. But, moving on. So, how has social media affected you?
Why you gotta get deep?
That's the whole purpose of it. It's just our opinion when it comes to
So,
social media.
social media, let me see how it has changed me. I'm gonna have to think about that, really. I mean, it has. I know that it has, but I have to think about the ways in which it has. There used to be a point where I felt kind of void or incomplete if I wasn't on Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, whatever it is. I felt kind of incomplete if I didn't have those things or were interacting and engaging with those applications. But because I've took a social media break, I'm gonna have to kind of go back and reevaluate the ways in which it did change me. But I can see, I guess because the spotlight is on me, I can't really pinpoint the ways that it has changed
Yeah.
me. But I have seen the effects that it has had on other people. And it's kind of like a detriment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I see so many people like fall into depression. I see so many people like who are beautiful, but they don't feel pretty because they're comparing themselves to
Something or somebody on
Exactly.
social media.
Exactly.
Like, in my opinion, I feel like it has taken over. And, like, we have allowed it to take over. Because just think about it. Like, coming up when you didn't have social media,
What you was doing outside?
outside, enjoying yourself, you actually saw outside. Now that social media has struck surface, it's like that's all that you're on. Whether it can be a good thing and it be a bad thing, because some people be on social media for ideas.
Business.
Some people
Yeah.
on social media just to be nosy, and all these different applications pertaining to social media, it make you look at shit just like different. You may compare yourself to another person, and again, like I said, to me, it's mainly really seeing what the next person is up to. And people are now so open with their life to where if you can't catch it by phone or going to see that person, you can catch them on social media. Has gotten so in tuned or so in depth to where you don't even have to call nobody on the phone anymore.
And know all their business.
Know all of their
Looking at
business.
Instagram
Or
or
now
Facebook.
just take it like beefing with somebody is on social media. People privacy has been invaded because of social media. Because just think about it, going out at one point in time,
You
if
post
I
your
was beefing
location.
with you or whatnot, you'll know I'm beefing with you. We may set up like, okay, this is why I'm gonna fight you or whatever.
Right.
Now on social media, somebody's telling somebody where they may see that person. It's just out in the open, and people are dying every day because of social media.
Mhm.
People are, like you said, going into a depression because they may not look like that person, or they hate on that person. So now they finding and forming a way to hurt that person. And what I got, social media. You can drop your location. It's not any privacy anymore. When we were coming up or before social media got into depth, because we had a little social media back like with
MySpace
and stuff like that. It wasn't so in depth.
You know what? Speaking of MySpace, we was little baby coders.
Absolutely. Right.
I've always been in the tech
Yeah,
game because my
absolutely.
MySpace page was lit.
Absolutely. But now
the thing about it is,
it's then opened up a whole nother avenue of just
exactly.
really your life. You
But
don't have
back
any
then, it
privacy
was
anymore.
fun.
Yeah, it
You
was.
did
It was
strictly
innocent.
for fun. Exactly.
It was innocent. It was very
Now,
innocent.
It's fun,
Yeah.
but it's a whole lot of other
Everything.
stuff going
And
on
like,
with that.
especially like if you have kids, they're being exposed to so much stuff. Or it's like, okay, if I click on the internet, it's taking up our time.
Mm-hmm.
When you didn't have social media, you had more time to really do stuff in the privacy of whatever. And now that social media has surfaced, is like, okay, I see everything. It's nobody's guessing. Everybody know what you're doing because you're posting it. No one's giving you a room to be like, I wonder what such and such doing. You can go on social
Exactly.
media and find
And
out.
that's the scary thing about
Absolutely.
parenting in social media.
Yeah.
Because it's like, as a parent, you kind of want to protect your kids.
Yeah.
But they have the social media like right at their hands. And
Absolutely.
it's no filter, it's
Yeah.
no nothing on social media. So things that you wouldn't want your kids to see,
It's out there.
open up the phone, swipe to open up the
Yeah.
phone, and it's right there.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part
It
about it. 'Cause
is.
It's like you have limited control unless you strictly
Yeah.
enforce and you sitting there right there. You really
And
don't have
even
no
with
control.
you sitting right there. Kids now,
Oh, they
they're
sneaky.
finding ways.
Oh,
They're
they
finding
sneaky.
ways. Like there's no hiding anything. And then there's certain things like you may not want your child to be exposed to, or you telling them another way. Social media is going to tell them the truth about it, or social media is going to be so open to where your kids look at you and be like, Mom and Dad lying. This
Exactly.
happened, or this
Exactly.
transpired, or I see it for myself.
Exactly.
My mom and daddy told me this, and my mama told me this, and my daddy told me this, and it's like, no, social media is telling you what it really is. So it's like when you're trying to cover or trying to protect something, if it posts on social media, you gonna get it.
Exactly.
But the flip side, the good part of it, if you are looking for something or trying to find somebody,
It's right
that's a
there
lot
at
of
your
ways of
disposal.
people communicating with
Exactly.
people. And then another branch off, you have like what? Like Zoom and stuff like that. It's a way of keeping up with your family.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I ain't got to come to your house. Let's just link up on Zoom, or we'll get in these group chats or group messages and we
COVID
can
didn't
link
help that one bit.
it at all.
It
That's all you had.
intensified social
That's all
media
you
and
had.
Zoom and all of this stuff.
That's all you had. So, in my opinion, to me, social media has really kind of ruined us, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, most
In a
definitely.
good way and a bad way. I feel like social media has kind of like spoiled us, because like when you didn't have social media, the only way you can reach out to somebody for real is if you call them and waited by the phone for them to call you back, or you planned it another way as opposed to this is where I am, or this is what's going on, or this is how we can be. But that damn social media
It's
is everything. It really
Yeah.
is. It can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. It just depends on how you rocking in your
It's
life.
that saying like you can't live with it. And
Can't
you
live without it. Yeah, because like with me, I'll take a social media break in a minute because it becomes overwhelming at times. You'll be trying to really figure out what you're doing in life, and then here it is, up. Let me see what such and such doing, or let me see what's the new trend, or let me see what's
Mhm.
going on. It takes you away from what you really supposed to be focused on if you allow it. And then sometimes you just can't help it. It's just like it's right there. You supposed to be
Right.
doing something, and then you like,
Exactly.
let me tap on social media and see what's going on. Let me be in the know. It keeps you relevant. It may keep you irrelevant. Just depends. And
Oh yeah.
to me, it's
Cause
just it's a shit show at
it's all
times.
about followers in this day and time.
Yeah.
It's all about followers and likes.
Yeah.
And if you don't got the followers, you ain't shit.
Yep.
If you don't got the likes, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about
Yeah.
it. That's like, and it's kind of like our kids, like growing up, like we really had it made. You know what I'm saying? We had the best of kind of everything. We had technology.
Yeah.
We had outside.
It was limited. It was limited.
It was.
But the best part about it, you can go outside. You just know when them street lights came on, your ass had to
Get
be in the
your ass
house.
You know what I'm saying?
But people were more active with one another. It wasn't we just glued to this phone, or we just glued to this TV, we just glued to this computer, or this
And it's
laptop.
hard to break these kids.
It
Like,
is.
I
That's
have
all they
2
know.
kids.
That's
And when
all they
I tell
know.
you, it's like without that phone, they go crazy.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of my fault.
Yeah.
Because you let that phone kind of babysit them.
It
You
do.
don't feel like being
Yeah.
bothered.
Get the
girl,
phone.
Put
Get
on
the-
YouTube,
yeah.
kids, and
Get
out
your
my
yeah.
face.
Get your iPad
You
and
know
get
what
the
I'm
hell
saying?
on.
But
Yeah.
it has ruined them because it's like without that phone, they don't know what to do.
That's true.
And they get bored so
Yeah, they do.
easily.
They do.
It's like when I got bored with something else, I could find something else to do. But it's like they don't have no other avenues to turn to. And even if they do, they don't want to do it because they want to be tuned in
On what's going on. Yep. And see what the
And
next person
As
doing.
far as me, I guess I can be open and honest and say that I took a social media break kind of it was more personal than anything.
Yeah.
Because I had to kind of get my mental back.
Yeah.
Like you would get on social media and you will see what such and such is doing and you like, damn, I ain't on my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Or dang, every time I get on social media, I see such and such and it look like they just living the life.
Yeah.
What the hell am I over here doing? You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Comparing yourself to
So
somebody
I would
else.
find myself comparing
Yeah.
when I would see girls like, not to be cocky or anything, but I know that I'm not no ugly girl.
Right.
But when you get on social media, it's like, damn.
Let me
I
check
don't compare to
myself.
that
Or yeah.
person, or I don't compare to
Yeah.
this
What's she
person.
doing?
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's like, damn. And you kind of, and like I've always been small. Granted, I always wanted to gain weight, so that was before social media came
Yeah.
out. I always wanted to have
But
some
when
weight.
you saw social
But when I
media,
saw
it made
social
you be
media,
like, well, damn, I
exactly.
really need
When
to
I
put on
see
weight,
these
or I
girls-
really need to lose weight. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Oh, most
it's kinda
definitely.
Like, it's like that pressure, like
That part.
I
Pressure.
got
Peer
to-
pressure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I've never been one to be heavily influenced. Like I've never been a follower,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But you can kind of find yourself kind
In
of
their trends.
yeah,
They
easily.
doing it. Let me
easily,
get
'cause you
on it.
see
Every day. Yeah.
And like I said, I was finding myself waking up to social. As soon as I get up, soon
Yeah.
as I open my eye,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
As soon as I open my eyes, I'm grabbing my phone.
Yeah.
Not looking over, not making sure. I don't even know if my toes gonna wiggle. I don't even know.
But
if
I'm finna
ready
get
to
on social
speak, but
media.
I'm gonna get on social
Yeah.
media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that shit was like, no.
Yeah.
First of all, you grown as hell.
Yeah.
You got 2 kids. It's things that you could be doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then it
besides
started
social
to take you away from the important things in life, like your family or your social life, because your social life has
And
now
that's the
turned into
thing about,
social
like,
media.
now it's like I used to love going out, but it's like sometimes I feel like now with social media and the things that I see, it's
Oh,
like, so
yeah.
I became kind of like socially awkward
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
it's like I don't even know how to engage
Yeah.
with a group full of people now.
Because I got this
because-
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what you saw on social media make you be like, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and keep it in. I'm not going anywhere.
True.
Because this may happen. I just saw this on
Exactly.
social media. So I know it's going to deter me from going to this place or trying this or being exposed or involved to other things because now social media has really taken over. And really it does, like, it's on the person too, depending on what kind of person you are. But social media definitely has influenced a lot of people, myself included,
So
when
what
it
would
came
you-
to stuff.
Okay, I want to hear how it has influenced you.
Okay, so in a bad way, it was more of, so like when I get ready to take my breaks or whatever, like I'm more of an encouraging person. I like to keep people uplifted along with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But you get on social media and see like all the downside or somebody going through or whatever, that shit becomes draining. Or if you are the strong person, as they say, or whatever, the bad part of it is like, well, damn, all of this going on, I don't want to be a part of this. Or how can I uplift somebody or keep myself uplifted because I'm seeing a killing, I'm seeing somebody just got the fine, I'm seeing somebody dying, I'm seeing all this
Right.
negative shit, somebody hating on somebody.
It really fucks with you.
Yeah,
Like, and it
your
kinda drains
mental,
your
it
spirit,
does.
because I remember one point I got on social media and it was like every time I get on social media, I swear 10 out of 20, 15 out of 20 posts, I'ma see a rest in peace.
Oh, most definitely.
And then
Most
it was
definitely.
like, Jesus, like, I got to, like,
Yeah, I need to remove
something-
myself. I need to
Exactly.
fill myself up with something else. What happened to let me go get a book and read? And everything's
Okay.
on social media. And like I love
And
to
that's the
wite. I love
thing.
to read.
I used to love
But it was
reading,
taken.
what's that, Sister Soldier book?
Yeah, most definitely.
don't-
But it's taking all of that. Cause my free time, I guess I'm boring because I like to see what's going on to make me better, to grow. I'ma read, I'ma write something. But you get on social media, all of that shit go out the window. So
Exactly.
it was more of, let me take a break from this, because what it'll do if you allow it to, and I'm a guilty of it, it takes over your life
Oh, most
to where you're not paying stuff attention, where you would be working on something. I gotta look at my phone first. Wait a minute. And then your whole day has gone by. And all you could say you accomplished today was being on social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, all of that.
Because on your phone, you can do like the screen time thing or something
Yeah.
like that. And they sent me my report of my daily report on social media.
Yeah.
I said, it's no way
Yeah.
that I'm spending more than a quarter of my 24-hour day
Yeah.
on social
media. Yeah. It'll cause you
No.
to do that. Like if you are so into it. I had to delete every app on my phone.
How long were you gone from social media?
It varies. Sometimes I may take 2 or 3 months. Sometimes I may take a month. I just have to get that reset button. But I want to try going on social media if I can for at least 6 months to a year. I want to try that. I'm not saying I'm going to.
See,
I said
took a
I
break,
want
too.
to.
But that was my first time. Like, I've never kind of done it like how you've done it, like sporadically.
Yeah.
I took that break, and I think I was gone for maybe a span of 3 to 5 months. And when I took that break, at first it was hard.
Of course.
I was like, I got to know. Like, I'm gonna feel lame if I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would kind of like find an excuse to get on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to just look at something right quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I really decided to really take that break and be serious about that break, it showed me you ain't got to spend your whole day doing
Absolutely.
it. You can live without it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
what
Yes,
were
it's
you doing
fun.
before you even had the experience or the exposure or the opportunity to do it?
Exactly.
What were you doing beforehand?
Exactly.
And that's what I had to look at, like, this really taking over your life like that.
Exactly.
So this has more power over you than you yourself. And I feel like whatever controls you is who you are.
Oh yeah.
And so I don't want that to be me. I don't want that just to be
glad
that.
You said that because that break, like, it did that for me.
Yeah.
Because now I see I don't gotta let this control my every minute,
Absolutely.
my every move, my every whatever.
Yeah.
And now when I took that break, I find myself like so out of sync with social media.
Oh yeah.
That it's kind of, I don't know the word to say, but it's like when I was on social media so heavy, I had to capture moments. I had to capture moments. And I've always been a person like I want the memories.
Of course.
But now that break kind of just did something to me to now it's like it takes a lot for me to even
get on there.
Get on social media now. Like, I don't really have a lot of pictures with my kids. Like, I'm not so gon' with let me grab my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I can literally go, I can't say days because I have kids and they're not with me every day. So I can't go days. But in those moments when I have my kids around me and, I can literally go a weekend with my kids with me and
without social media, of course.
Like, not touch my phone, period. Like, my mom would be like, I'm so glad I'm not dying, I'm not hurting, or I don't need you because you ain't gonna pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And that's what that did for me. Like, I take days.
You had a reset button.
Messages and emails, and it's just like, now I gotta kind of get myself back in the groove of that because
for the right reason though, as opposed to just really entertainment. And don't get me wrong, we're not saying social media is bad. We're not saying it's bad, but at the same time, you just have to be mindful of the fact of how you're on it so much. And I'm gonna say, in my opinion, for me, I don't like being on social media like that. I may get on there and say a few things or post a picture or two or put a picture up of my daughter or myself or, just those things. But how I was on it, I'm waking up this morning. Good morning, social media. I'm going to bed. I am at such and such right now. And then, two,
Exactly.
that's giving outside people or people in general your whereabouts all the time. I don't want you to know what the fuck I'm doing all the time. I'm going to let you in a
Like,
little
you don't want
bit,
everybody to have
but I don't want
too much
everybody too much
access to you.
access to
Yeah.
me because if people are always knowing what you're doing, they're going to always know what you're doing and they don't give a fuck too. On top of the fact, it really doesn't matter because all of it's just for show, for real. Are you really living that life for real that you portraying, or is it real? Or, like people really just don't be caring. Like I say, I feel, in my opinion, people are being nosy, or you being nosy. Let's be
It go
clear.
both ways.
It go
Exactly.
both ways. So with that, it's just like it has caused so much. I'm gonna just say distraction.
Oh yeah.
Depending on what you're using it for, it causes so much distraction, or it takes you away from the most important things that you could be working on or could be going over, could be doing. It to me, it's just when it comes to family too, it takes you away from that. It takes you
Oh
away
yeah.
from your friends because
Exactly.
here it is posted on social media, or you're not giving yourself time to really detach
'Cause
yourself
when
from
you,
it.
even when you get on social media, and you can be going there for a specific reason, a strict reason, but you find yourself getting so deep,
Caught up, yep,
like into that, to where it's like you said, you kind of lose control, like, because
absolutely,
you're so far engulfed with what you're seeing or
yeah,
doing in that moment,
yeah,
and it's crazy. Like, it is really crazy. And now that we're talking about that, I'm glad we did bring this up, because now it's gonna cause me to reevaluate myself
again, yeah,
and now I'm gonna be paying more close attention to my kids, because we done talked about the depression that it can cause.
yeah,
We talked about the self-esteem issues.
absolutely.
And our kids are innocent.
They are.
And we gotta give them a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And social media shouldn't just be their outlet of things
exactly.
or
And
just the
that's thing.
takeover.
Like, you don't know what's going on with your kids for social media.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be like that. It's time for us to kind of take matters back into
Our own hands. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, we done talked about social media, and we talked about how it has changed us, how we've seen it, affect other people, those we know, those we don't know.
Yeah.
But we want y'all to chime in with us. We want you guys to tell us, how has social media changed you? Or
how do you feel about social media?
Give us your true, raw, honest opinion. And like we always say, follow us on Instagram, look at our YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Apple, Pandora,
yeah,
whatever out there, whatever avenue you can listen to us on.
Queen's
follow
Opinion Podcast on
And if
all
you wanna
platforms.
collab, what they gotta do, sis?
They gotta go to Queen's Opinion Podcast at gmail.com.
And you heard it here first.
Stay tuned for more.